professions, and with each profession, we have different salaries and different expenses. And so that'll be part of this game. So you start off with a salary, but our expenses will go up and down. So Kaysen's showing the spreadsheet that we're going to work off of. It's a financial statement. He's in the financial summary at the moment. But if you go to the left, we have an income section, which right now for everyone only has our salary, active income. The idea in this game is that we're going to add investments that hopefully will cash flow, and that will increase our income. Below that, we have expenses. These are preloaded based on the profession that you have, and they will change throughout the game based on having babies or taking on bank loans or paying off debts. And that will be reflected in the summary in the top right. And then the bottom is made up of the balance sheet, which has assets and liability. Assets are generally things that put money into your pocket, and liabilities are things that take money out of your pocket. Loans, mortgages, things like that. And then at the very bottom, we have a cash ledger, which is just your bank statement. So as we earn money through our job or pay money through our expenses, we're just going to add and subtract and then write a useful memo so that if we go back to our memo, we can go back in time and know exactly what we did at each step. At the top, there's a summary of everything. So the goal, right? We're playing this game cash flow. The goal is to have our passive income greater than our expenses. And so throughout the game, our passive income is going to change and our expenses are going to change. And if you look at that financial summary, your income is made up of your salary, your passive income added together. Then you're going to subtract your total expenses. And that number at the end is your payday. That's the cash flow that you will receive every time you land on or go over one of those orange sections. And all of that is summarized at the top. The top left has the cash balance, how much money is in your bank right now. What percentage out of the rat race are you? Your income, passive income to expenses. And what's your current payday? So we're going to play. And if you've never played before, if you played a long time ago, a lot of this won't make sense. And so as we go, we'll just learn as we go. But does anyone have any questions to start?
I do.
Yes,
it's for
Kaysen.
Amara. So, Amara, a question for you. What tank or character piece most suits your personality the best here? Take your pick.
Sorry, it's like hard to see. Let's
I can make it bigger.
let's go with a piece of cheese
The
today.
big piece of cheese, okay? You are hereby the big piece of cheese. Very well. Cool. And then as we come to each person, then we will let you choose from the big. You cannot be the big piece of cheese, but you can be anything else on there. Okay. So, do you happen to have a 6-sided die? If not, I have one. Just so happen to.
I do not.
No problem. So I will roll for you. If you want to pseudo take control of your own destiny, you can pull out your own die whenever you want. But in the meanwhile, I'll roll for you. So we have this little handy-dandy rolly thingy. We click it, and your first roll is a 4. So let's see where you ended up. So you start on the start square, 1, 2, 3, 4. That puts you on a charity space.
Oh.
Which means you have a choice to either donate 10% of your total income or not. And if you donate 10% of your total income, you get to use 1 or 2 dice for the next 3 turns. Now, it's been a while since you've played this, so what do you think that means to you? Why would you want to do that, or why would you not want to do that?
I'm gonna donate so I can get around to collecting the paycheck more, and also because I think by default I donate anyway, so we're gonna donate.
Okay. Cool. So we'll put the big block of cheese on the outside of the board, three rows out, and then we got to do some updates to your cash ledger. So I'm going to do the first one, but between now and your next turn, I want you to pull up this document itself on your computer. Okay.
Okay.
But let's do the first one together. I'll show you how this works. So What is your total income? You should be able to see it here on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
What is your total income?
No. $2,000.
$2,000. And how much money do you currently have in the bank, e.g. your cash balance?
Hold on 1 second. Let me open this one.
Sure. Yeah, if you want to open it yourself, no problem.
Yeah, I think I need to change it to my glasses. Bank. It says 0. Wait, no, that's bank loan. Where's the money in the bank? Is it cash balance at the top, $6,000?
Wait, if
I'm
you
on
see
Dion's,
$6,000, you're
never
looking on
mind.
Dion's. Your screen peeking is what we call on that. So yeah, no, you have $1,400 in the bank.
It's like
Wah,
$6,000.
wah.
Nice.
$6,000 is a mechanic. Hallelujah. All right. So you have $1,400. So what's 10% of $2,000?
20, 200.
200. Correct.
Can't
Yes.
do math
You
on
added the
spot,
zero.
y'all.
That's okay. We're gonna learn math together. It's gonna be real fun. Okay, so we come down to cash ledger, and then instead of addition, we're gonna do subtraction, and we're gonna subtract out $200. And you see you had a starting balance of $1,400. You're subtracting 200, and that equals $1,200, which is your new cash balance. Do you see how that worked?
Mm-hmm.
Now, memo for this one, I'm just gonna put in charity donation, 10%. But you can put whatever memo you want in there in the future. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. That's how you run the game.
Thank you.
So if
Absolutely.
you look at the top, your cash balance is now 1,200 instead of 1,400.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing else changed, right? Your income and your expenses haven't changed, just your cash balance.
Yeah.
We're already low, so it's might as well. Like a little bit lower is not gonna make a difference.
I mean, I'm basically a rock bottom. You may as well hold me there a little bit longer. Okay, got it. Noted. Okay, cool.
Well,
Hmm?
I was just gonna say, since we're moving on to the next person, you all okay if I disappear for a second to go change into my glasses? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
glasses are useful on this one. Okay, that brings us to Dion. Hey, Dion, how's it going?
Good.
Awesome. Do you happen to have a 6-sided die with you? If you don't, I do.
I could grab one, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Maybe on your next turn, between this turn and the next one, I'll roll for the first one if you don't mind.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to roll you a 1. Okay, so before I can put you there, I need to know which piece resonates with you the most.
Green tank. Any one of the green tanks.
Any one of the green tanks. Okay, cool. I'm going to give you this one that's like shooting outwards. It's kind of aggressive, powerful. Control the board. There you go. So you got that shiny green tank there. And, well, if we put you 1 forward, that just puts you on a deal space, which gives you a choice. Do you want to have a big deal, which generally costs more but might return more, or do you want to do a small deal, which generally costs less to buy but may return
Small
less?
deal. Small deal.
Small deal. Okay, cool. So whenever Lisa draws a deal card, it'll pop up at the very top. We have the card from the last one. All right, here you go, Lisa. What did he win?
Well, Dion, a friend has an urgent need for money. We'll send you 10 gold coins, well below the going rate. You can use this yourself or sell to another player, but it will cost you $3,000. Is this something you would like to do?
Now, anybody interested in some gold coins? 3,500. Steal today.
He's quick. Okay, so we got Biscotti in the chat. I'm going to screen peek on him. He has $1,400 in the bank, and Amara has $1,200 in the bank. So the prospects, I would say, are probably not very high.
Why are you hating on the gold coins?
Yeah, he did immediately dismiss them, huh? No, really. Why? What's wrong with some gold, Dion?
Nothing wrong with some gold. I played the game before, and it just never seems like a good choice.
Oh, so you're playing to the game.
It just
I
never
see.
seems like a good choice to buy
Okay.
gold. I'm making notes. I'm taking notes, Dion. All right.
Hold on,
Cool.
let me shine my necklace.
All right. So let's get a roll from Biscotti. And Biscotti, I'm gonna
3.
3, and I'm gonna make you the wealth battle tank. 3 puts you on a deal space. For those who are following along online, Biscotti is typing in today rather than texting, so you won't be able to see what he says. So Biscotti,
Biscotti, big or little? Little. It's a stock. On to you, entertainment. New director of movie acquisitions brings revived prospects for share price. Only you may buy as many shares as you want. Today's price is $20. Historic trading range is $10 to $30. I'm doing it.
Okay.
Okay, how many would you like? $20 per share. It's on to you. How many shares or how many dollars?
While he's typing that out for everyone else here, I'll mention, if you want to always be able to view the board and or the spreadsheet, you can view it on your computer by just hitting on the chat button in Discord and then click on the 2 links that were sent out there. And if you don't see it, let me know and I can send it to you directly. And we'll see what Biscotti says here. Six stocks, he says. So Biscotti, you'd be subtracting out 6 times $20 from your cash ledger, putting in a memo, and then adding it to your assets, and then I'll come check on you in just a bit. Let's see. Amara. Shall we go again?
Okay, so you're not playing. You're just doing all this. Okay.
I am not
Yes.
playing. No, I want to help host.
He's the Grandmaster.
Lisa and I have
Alright.
played this game once or twice. So it's more about
Okay.
helping others at this point. So did you want to roll 1 card or card? Did you want to roll 1 die or 2 dice?
Oh, I get a choice. I thought they were. What was the options again when I landed on that?
You can either donate or not donate 10% of your total income, and if you do donate 10% of your total income, you can choose to use 1 or 2 dice for the next 3 turns.
Okay. So let's go with 2.
2. Okay, you got it. So the first one is a 4, and the second one is a 4 again. So that would be a grand total of 8. 1, 2, passing a payday. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, downsized. Okay, so let's take this in turn. So step 1, you passed a payday. And any time we pass payday, it's like Monopoly rules, like going past go. You need to pay yourself your payday number. Okay? So, on your sheet, what is your payday? You should be able to tell it at any point. Do you see where your payday's at?
Hold on 1 second. On my sheet. You said, I know that I make 2,000. Are you saying, hold on, let me look at your screen.
Yep.
Payday is income minus expenses. So what's your take home?
Income, I guess, is $700. What?
It's just like real life where you have to like live in a place and eat food and pay for a car. Like it's just like that. If only we could keep our entire salaries for ourselves. Wouldn't that just be lovely?
I got that. And, I think magically in this pretend game, I forgot that we were mimicking real life.
What's really funny is real life is mimicking the game. Oh, we're in the Matrix. All right. So, what is your payday number?
My payday number?
Uh-huh.
What am I looking at? I don't know where I'm looking at.
That's
I'm
okay.
so
So your
sorry.
income is what?
2,000.
Your expenses are what?
1,300.
Whenever you subtract 1,300 from 2,000, that gets you what we call your
700.
payday, which is 700.
Oh, I thought I said that already. Okay.
You did. I just wanted I wanted to get out of the matrix and back into what is your payday number? 700. So now we're going to come down to the cash ledger, and we're going to add. Now, are you on your computer? Are you on the sheet?
I am, and if it works for the first time, I would be more than happy that you all are doing this, and I can do it myself too.
Bring it on. So I'm going to highlight a nice shade of hot magenta at
Okay.
row 52 towards the bottom under the cash ledger. Change that to add. There's a little droppy down there. Now, just to the right of it, you're going to put in your payday, which is $700. Then on the very far right, it says memo. You're going to add a memo there
Won't.
of payday. Got
Okay.
paid.
Well, we'll check
Worked
that.
at the job. Working for the man.
We'll do paid. Oh,
Or PAIF. PAIF is good, too.
Okay.
PAIF is also good. Oh, you think I'm going to let you put paid? No, it's PAIF. All right. Now and forever. That's the power of Google Sheets right there. Okay. So now we've done the first part of this turn, which was you rolled over a payday. And obviously we're going slow. That's so everybody can learn, like, this is how it works. In the future, we'll just be like, all right, you hit a payday, handle it on your own. So now you've been downsized, which womp womp. That means you pay the amount of total expenses to the bank and lose 2 turns, effectively losing your charity super speed turns at the same time. Like, you picked the cheese because you knew the rats would go for it, but you played yourself. You played yourself, Amber. All right. So what are the amount of your total expenses?
Let me go back to that sheet. Where is it? Expenses, $1,300.
$1,300. You're going to pay $1,300 to the bankaroonie. So go down to cash ledger and now subtract, and then $1,300 in memo, downsize to the bankaroonie, PAIF them in full. No laughter allowed, Amy. I saw that chuckle. I don't even need you to be unmuted. I saw you go whenever I called out PAIF again. You can't miss. All right. Bank. Downsized. Sad. Downside. I did it. Oh, no. All right. That's just for you. That was intentional. All right. Okay,
Thank
cool.
you.
So, Amara, you're going to have a lovely sit in the corner, but that doesn't mean that you're out of the game, because if you pay attention, other people may have deals that they don't want, and maybe you want to make some deals while you're not moving. Okay?
Right.
At least you
$100
get
deals.
snacks and the cheese.
Yeah, one where it's kind of cheapish to make it work. All right. Dion, my guy.
Yep.
Shall I roll for you, or did you get that 6-sided die?
I got a 3.
Got a 3. Awesome. That puts you on charity. Would you like to donate 10% of your total income, then get to choose to use 1 or 2 dice for the next 3 turns?
Yeah, I'll do charity.
Bet. Sounds good.
Subtract the 600.
Well, so it's the 10% of your total income,
Oh, okay.
not of
So
your
the
total
96.
expenses, of your total income. Some might call it
Pennies.
a tithe, a tenth. To
Yeah,
pay yourself
okay.
first, but in this case, we're paying someone else.
Got it.
So as you can see, Dion, he's right on top of it. He found total income 9,500, did the math 950, subtracted out from his cash ledger with a remaining balance of 5,050, and he's dropping in his memo. I have no reason to believe he's rocking it. Thank you, Dion. That brings us to Biscotti. Biscotti, you said you bought 6. Let's see, on to you, 6 shares, $20 a share, subtract 120. Your math checks out, and let's get you a new roll in here. And then hello to Lamont, who has joined in. Lamont, would you like to join us tonight in playing Cash Flow?
5. Scotty got a 5. Yes, Lamont's playing, right?
Pew, pew, pew.
Apple Amy not playing?
Currently, no.
It's not too late. She could decide. Okay, so we rolled you a 3 here, Biscotti. It's going to put you boop, 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 right on a payday. I think you can handle that on your own. You've been here once or twice. Hello, Lamont.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
We can hear you great, man. How's it going?
Is that Kasem?
Kason, how you doing?
Kasem, what's going on, man? How you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. Just playing a little cash flow.
Cash.
In fact, it's about to be your turn.
Is it?
We're throwing you into the deep end of the pool, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, I know how to swim.
Bet. So, well, do you know what your favorite piece is? Here are your pieces that you can choose from. I'll make it big. We got a hedgehog with a rocket-propelled grenade launcher. We got some rats with a ukulele. We got a tank that's on fire with flames.
Give me the black tank.
The black tank. Okay, you got it. You shall be. You are now the black tank on the start button. And then I need number 1 through 12 from you, please, to assign your profession as if we're in Soviet Russia.
Let's go with the number 10.
Number 10? Well, in Soviet Russia, that makes you a security guard, sir. You're making a salary of $3,000. You have a total expenses of $1,900, leading to a leftover at the end of the month of $1,100. Some people call that cash flow. Some people call that payday. Some people call it my disposable income. So with that, do you have a 6-sided die? If not, I just so happen to have a digital representation of one for you here.
That's perfect.
I shall roll it for you then. I will take that as I do not have one in my person. That puts you 6 spaces ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That puts you on a payday space. So right off the gate, right off the bat, right out of the gate, more so, making some money. Now, for you, Lamont, there is a little chat thingy in Discord right above where it says voice chat. If you click on that, you'll see it says docs.google.com/a-bunch-of-gobbledygook. Can you click on that on your computer?
Well, I'm getting oriented. You said above.
Right above voice chat. Uh-huh.
What above voice chat?
Do you believe in life after love? It's right here. Chat.
Oh, I'm not that far up. Okay, gotcha. All right, there you go.
Yep, and then there's one that says docs.google and one that says jamboard.google. Jamboard is the board. Docs.google is the spreadsheet. You're going to want to have that open so you can take control of your own destiny rather than let somebody else tell you what's in your account. Because that somebody might make mistakes.
Give me instructions again. So right above voice chat, I see chat, memes, and announcement.
Yeah, click on chat.
Click on
Unless
chat.
you want some funny memes, but
Unless
right
you
now,
want to look at memes. But yeah, click on chat for now.
don't get distracted yet.
All right, look, I clicked on chat.
Yep, and then at the bottom you'll see a message that says your name, and right above that it'll say docs.google and jamboard.google.
Got it. Okay, gotcha.
Click on those two, and then you, on your computer, you can then look at this as much as you want rather than simply relying on viewing at whatever I'm looking at, which puts you in a bit of a disadvantage.
Okay, cool.
So, at the very bottom, you'll see it says Amra, Dion, Biscotti, and Lamont. Do you see those 4 names there?
Yep.
Click on Lamont.
Yep.
This is your financial statement. This is your money. This is your security guard in Soviet Russia amount of money, okay? So if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, giving you the short tutorial here, go to Cash Ledger. This is where we transact ins and outs, inflows and outflows. Okay? I'm going to highlight something purple magenta. Boop. There you go. Click on that purple magenta thing. Row 51, please. And then hit subtract.
Row 51?
Yeah, you'll have to scroll down a little bit. It's a
Oh,
ways
yeah,
down.
okay, gotcha. Way too far. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, if you go way too far, you're into like 100 different transactions. But yeah, that purple one, select it, and then hit subtract. Little did you know you'd learn how to become an Excel wizard tonight. All right, and then to the right of that, you're going to put in, add. What am I thinking? It's a payday. You're making money, not spending money. I was thinking you were Amara. What a fool I was. Gotcha, girl. All right. So you're going to add in your payday amount, which currently is $1,100 because you're making $3,000 at your job salary. You're spending $1,900 on like living expenses. So the leftover is $1,100 for you to make deals with.
Gotcha.
So just to the right of that, $1,100, and then go hard right to where it says memo, and then punch in, payday, got paid, Soviet Russia, that sort of thing. Got you, Taras. I got you giggling. Hopefully somebody knows what that means, and they will be happy. Okay, cool. I mean, that was a pretty simple first turn. Welcome to the game. Amara,
Thank you.
You're up. And by you're up, I mean I'll move you one space closer to freedom. And that brings us to Dion. You're up.
Man, harsh.
I got a 4.
A 4. And you were the big green tank, right?
Yes.
Cool. And then you did do the charity, right? Did you want to roll 2 dice or just 1?
Yeah, we will 2. 6 total. That's
6 in total?
that puts me on a doodad.
Yeah, put you on a doodad, but you did pass a payday. And as a reminder to those that are new, doodads are things that you spend money on that they give you happiness, hopefully, but they may not produce cash flow in your life. What did he win, Lisa?
Well, he's going to have fun tonight. He got a new bowling ball. Pay $100.
Live with it.
I mean, that's a pretty gentle doodad, all things considered.
Okay, randomly, maybe it was the jet ski and I saved him. You know, maybe.
We shall find out never. Looks like Scotty rolled a 5 in the chat. I will move him forward 5. Hey, Lamont, if you're not actively talking, if you wouldn't mind hit the mute button on your mic, you got a little bit of back talk coming through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But Scotty, that puts you in a deal space, my guy. You want a big one or a little one? Let's see if he goes B or L. He says little, Lisa.
Okay, if you insist.
Welcome, Olivia.
It's a mutual fund. Grow for us. A brilliant young fund manager. Everyone believes he has the Midas touch. Only you may buy. Today's price is $30. Historic trading range is $20 to $30.
Wait, grow for us. Oh, no. I thought he had that.
No way.
No.
Do you want more to Scotty or no?
While he's thinking on that, Lamont, shall I roll for you and get you on the board, my guy?
Please do.
As you wish. 5. Let's see where you ended up. A 1, 2, a 3, 4, 5. That puts you on a deal square. Would you like a big one or a little one?
Go small deals.
Small. All right. Biscotti says nay because he's from the 1700s. And Lamont wants a small deal. SMOL. Small.
He found a great small deal. A company bought transferred managers, 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. There's no current tenant. It's been on the market 6 months and it has just been reduced. Take out a loan if you must, but buy this. Uses yourself or sell to another player. Cost is $45,000. Down payment is $2,000 and the cash flow is $250.
I want it.
Woo woo. Okay. Do you know what you need to do? Do you want to walk us through it, or do you need us to walk you through it?
I think. Let me see what I know here. Different when I
know how to swim.
Yeah. So 3. So on the real estate, I was assuming I put 3. It's 3-2 house, right?
It's a 2-1 house. 2-1.
2-1 house. My apologies.
Man,
You
you are a real estate scammer.
It's a 3-2, right? With an extra finished basement, right?
Right.
Granite countertops, right?
And it costs $45,000.
It does.
Am I doing this right so far? Is anybody watching me? What I'm doing
I see you under the assets, so you have a down payment of $2,000,
Oh, yeah.
and you're on the
Yeah.
cost. So presumptively, yes, you are. So far, so good. I'm going to copy and
You are
paste that
also
2-1
the-
house around for you to make it a little easier. Yeah.
You're the anonymous crow, which
Fun fact.
Say that again. Let me put you guys on my Bluetooth. Might sound a little better for me. What were you saying, Lisa Manfredi?
You're the anonymous crow, just FYI.
I'm on the anonymous crow.
He's confused. So whenever you play the game, if you're not signed into a Google account, it gives you a random animal. So you are called the anonymous crow. We also have anonymous dingo, anonymous chameleon, anonymous kangaroo, who is idle. Whoever you are, kangaroo, we're coming for you. Lisa Manfredi and me. So and there's a walrus too. So yeah, there's a fair number of people in this document. But yeah, so to answer your question, $45K is the cost is accurate. Now we need to add the liability, my guy, on the right side.
The liability is $45,000, right?
Nope, that's the cost.
Well, it's 43.
Yes. So cost is the total amount that you are paying or they are charging you for this property. The down payment is what you need out of your pocket to secure the property, and the cost minus the down payment will give you the liability, which is what we call the mortgage. So what you're going to be paying the bank back for.
All right.
Lamont, have you heard that Kiyosaki definition of assets and liabilities?
Yes, it's been a while though.
Do you think you can recall it, or shall we refresh your memory?
Yeah, please refresh.
So assets are things that put money in your pocket. Liabilities are things that take money out of your pocket. So that house, it is both an asset and a liability. It's on both sides of the balance sheet. Okay? That liability, you to $43,000 over time, if you were paying that mortgage, would come out of your pocket. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
And if you sold the house, the cost, let's say you sold it for $45,000, you would put $45,000 into your pocket. Would you agree with that?
Correct.
So that's how we can have something both as an asset and a liability simultaneously. So now you got to pay the guys. You got to pay them their down payments. Let's head down to that cash ledger and update that. I see you got the top part, the cash flow. Although you put in the cash flow at $250,
You shorted yourself.
you're short. He's sending me $50 a month for this fabulous
Oh,
tutorial.
wow.
That's what he's doing. He's like, hey, Kason,
I'm
thanks for
blaming
that.
Lisa. I
Let me
probably
buy
should
you a
say
nice
200.
dinner. Oh, no, he's going back on it. He's changing it. Oh, no, now I don't have a nice dinner every month. All right. So, yeah, you got the 2-1 house. You got a cash flow of $250. That's perfect. So now you're 13.16% out of the rat race. So you're part the way out. Fun fact. And now you're subtracting out. I see Anonymous Crow subtracting out. And we're looking for the down payment number here under the amount. Taras writes, keep cash flowing, folks. I admire your zeal. Thanks, Taras. You're so sweet. And a memo, just to jog your memory, if you were audited by the Lisa RS,
Never.
the LRS, down payment on a 2-1 house. Perfect.
So funny.
You've done it, Lamont. You are the man.
Woo.
And that brings
Olivia,
us...
are you playing?
Woo!
Am I allowed to add people?
You can do whatever you want, Lisa. This is your
Of course
game.
I
I'm
can.
just
Olivia, are you playing?
Hi. No, I'm actually just watching. I've never played before, so let me get familiar with it and I'll try next time.
Okay. And if you want to
Okay.
just start swimming, let us know. Stuart, if
Okay,
you want to
we'll,
play.
yeah, we'll do it for sure. I'm just first time, so yeah. Thanks.
And hello, DMV5. How's it going?
Oh,
Stuart.
pretty good stuff.
Play? Oh, you gonna play?
I was gonna see what we're playing. Is there dice? I like dice.
It is
There
dice.
are-
It is.
Do you have your own? You can use your own.
They're packed away.
I'll
It
take
is a
that as
dice
yes.
game. It is a tabletop game.
We're
We
playing,
digitized
and
it.
it's your turn.
Yeah. So if you want to play, it's your turn right now. If you don't, then it's not your turn.
How long does a round end up taking, just in case?
Well,
run
if
up-
people deliberate on whether or not they want to play, it can take as long as they want. But if you get moving and grooving, we'll be done inside of an hour and 15 minutes probably.
We end at 9 p.m. Central.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, put me in, coach
Bet. Shall we call you Stuart?
or DM. Either way works.
You tell me. What should we call you?
Stewart's fine.
Stuart. Got it. And now's a great time to say, hey, everybody, we're streaming to YouTube. So anything you say can and will be broadcast to the world at large. Okay, so, Stuart, let us do this together. First, I need a number 1 through 12. It can be random, can be specifically targeted. Amra, I see you going, no.
Go with 8.
8? Oh, that's a unique choice. Tell me a lot about your psyche. That makes you a doctor. You are a doctor now. So congrats on your medical degree. You're making $13,200.
You don't know if it's a medical
You have
degree.
expenses. You got some expenses though. You're spending $8,300 a month. So you
I'm
have.
surprised student debt isn't more.
Yeah, there's a lot of med debt on that, which means you have a disposable income of $4,900, aka a payday. Okay.
Mhm.
So the whole point of this game is to escape the rat race, which this is this little circle right here. It's simulating the rat race. See these little people? They're little people rats. They're going to work. They're working hard. And we want to get them to not have to go to work. Not that they don't go to work, but they don't have to go to work. That's the goal. So with that being said, I need you to use your brain and tell me what your favorite picture is here.
Give me the gas, boss.
The gas? Okay. You shall be the gas tank. There's a lot of tanks. It's kind of a theme with wealthbattle.com. We like tanks. They increase your offensive and defensive and mobility capabilities, kind of like joining wealthbattle.com does for your personal financial life. Okay, so, I mean, I'll just roll for you unless you said your dice are all packed away, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to roll for you. I'm controlling your destiny with this random number
Oh.
generator. Oh, rolled you a 1. That's the worst starting position. I'm so sorry. No, it's fine. So that puts you on a deal space, and you have a choice. Do you want a big deal, which generally costs more to get into but may pay more money, more passive or time-leveraged income? Or do you want a small deal that generally costs less money but may return less?
How much is a small deal?
We won't know until you decide.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like play and find out what you get.
I'll get you. Well, starting off, let's do a small first.
Okay.
We're
In case
learning a
there's
lot about your
unforeseen
psyche.
emergencies.
Oh, there's a multi-level marketing buy-in opportunity. The company is looking to spread the reach of their newest venture. If you choose to buy in, pay $500, and every payday you will roll 1 additional die. Or case and will. Click. If you roll a 1 to 3, you get no returns this month, but you can keep trying. And if you roll a 4 to 6, your sweet equity pays off, and you collect $500. You can use this yourself, or you can sell to another player. So you buy this for $500, and every time you land on or go over payday, which if case, yeah, those orange sections, those are paydays.
I'm fundamentally opposed to the idea of multi-level marketing, but
It doesn't work like they normally do.
yeah, it looks like there's no real downside.
No.
Well, you're tying
That's
up
how they get
$500.
ya.
Like, let's be clear. There is a downside here. It's just one time
But it's
and
the
marginal
initial
and doesn't
time,
repeat.
500. Yeah, let's add her in. I'll take it.
He'll buy it. Okay, so 2 things. On your next turn, you're going to do it by going to the chat and then opening up the links up here, the docs and the Jamboard. But on this one, I'm going to do it for you and show you how this works. This is going to be your crash course. Are your eyes focused?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. So we're going to come down all the way to Cash Ledger, and we're going to pay the multi-level marketing company $500. So we're going to subtract $500. Oh, yellow is what you write in. Not yellow, you don't write in. So, yeah, you don't write in non-yellows. Otherwise, it makes bad things happen because there's a lot of formulas everywhere. All right, so under memo, we're just going to plop in MLM buy-in. Okay, so now you've bought the MLM, but we need to track this thing somehow. So we're going to come up to like real estate/business. It's a home-based business. It's direct sales, some might say. And in this case, we're just going to notate that die equals 1 to 3, $0. Die equals, 4 to 6, equals $500. Just as a little reminder of what everything is. Oh, man. I hope I can make it all fit on one line. I did it! I did it.
If it was me, I'd just exclude 1 through 3 because nothing happens.
So smart.
Oh, okay. You're smart. I like it. 4 to 6.
I'm making a lot of spreadsheets. I'm down.
You're making the big
If only you
bucks.
pulled up the sheet yourself.
You're a double
so-
diamond RVP, SVP, senior leadership member in this multi-level marketing buy-in.
I'll continue to hold with diamond hands.
Diamond hands,
Let's go.
baby. These hands don't flinch.
I just gotta find the link.
Yeah, so you did it. I mean, that's it.
All right.
That's the.
Do you know where to look for the sheets? On the
Well,
left.
I checked in the voice chat.
So
Right above voice
right
chat, there's a
above.
chat.
Yeah, it just says chat.
Oh, let's see. There's multiple things named chat.
Yeah.
This land.
What a faux pas. You know what? I'm gonna fix that for you right now. It's called voice. So now there's voice and there's chat. Click on chat.
I'm deep in your spreadsheets.
Cool. So
Hopefully
at the
only
bottom,
in
you'll
the
see your
yellow
name.
section.
Click on your name for the spreadsheet.
I'm good. We're good.
And then on the jam board, you can just see where everybody's at to get a vibe. Okay, that brings us all the way back around. Amara, you're almost free. On your next turn, you get to go. Isn't that exciting?
Yay!
I feel the excitement. Dion, that brings us to you.
All right, I'm rolling 2 dice.
Bring it on.
It gives me a 10.
10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Passing a payday. Go ahead and add your payday in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and
Oh, congratulations.
10. Congratulations. You're a father.
Oh no.
How does that even happen?
Well, when a mommy and a daddy love each other very much, they go to their financial statement and they change the number of children from naught to 1.
There you go.
And now you have a nice
Less money.
bundle of joy that is going to cost you $400 a month forever. Congrats.
Starting now?
What now?
Does that start right now?
It starts on your next payday. So because you technically got paid before you had the baby, you know, the payday happened
Gotcha.
and then you got the baby. So I would sneak that payday in at $3,500. Yeah, you did it. I would keep that payday.
So what
in
we're
there.
doing is adding $400 to your expenses. So when you add your expenses, it'll just deduct from your payday.
Yeah. So if you had 10 bebés, you would lose $500 a month. But because you only have 1 bebés, you make $3,100 instead of $3,500 because they're $400 per bebés.
All right, that's just too real.
It is too real, isn't it?
But what about the joy they bring to your life?
Joy has no monetary value. It's like those coupons at Chuck E. Cheese that like, this is not legal tender. Do not use this anywhere else. Yeah.
It's a very dire outlook.
As far as this game is concerned, joy is not a metric that we track together. What's up, Amara?
Oh, I was gonna say, Dion and Lamont, I request you come on camera, please.
The camera wasn't working earlier. I'll try again though.
You could try, yeah.
I'll come on camera. I'm just in the dark. I'm trying to salvage my eyes.
Whoa,
Might not be
Lamont,
able
what
to
is
see.
that? What is that thing you got going on there?
I was trying to figure out something cool to put up there, and I was like, I don't have nothing else. I'm making this one little cartoon character. Let's see.
Yeah, it looks like Lamont's just loading.
Oh, I think it's my mic.
All right, Biscotti, what have you got?
Lamont, it's truly just black. It's
It's just black.
You were not kidding. You are at the bottom of
I
a
was
black
not
hole.
kidding. I didn't think it was going to be that dark, though. Golly, I did have my TV on. But
Yeah,
goodness,
I would assume it's just selecting like the wrong video input or something. Which you can hit the little camera icon just below it. There's like a little droppy uppy menu, and you can change your video source to whatever it needs to be. Biscotti rolled a 4 while y'all figure out your camera situation. Biscotti, 1, 2, 3, and a 4. Passing a payday, landing on a deal space. You want a big deal or a little deal? And for those who are new, Biscotti writes. He does not talk. Biscotti wants
All right,
a little deal.
Biscotti. It's a stock. On to you, entertainment. Strong demand for company's library of old movies leads to good share price. Today's price is $30. Historic trading range is $10 to $30. Do you want any?
That's only for him, correct?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could probably make a deal with
Work
him, like,
out.
hey, man, I'll buy some from you or something like that if you really were into that at buying at the all-time high.
Historically.
Yeah, therefore all-time high.
Tomorrow, though, it's going up.
That's right. That's right. If you followed the S&P 500, you know it's going up tomorrow and every day ever because it never goes down. I am every financial advisor on the planet. Always buy, never sell.
All right, Biscotti's a nay.
Scotty says nay. Okay. So, Biscotti, Do you want to sell any of your Onto You Entertainment stock? Just going to throw that out there as an option. Or is that also a nay?
Type. If someone wants it.
Uh,
No. You can sell it for cash.
To the stock market. Because there is, in fact, a strong demand for a company of library of old... You know what, Lisa? You should do the reading. I can't read. I'm illiterate.
Yeah, you bought it for $20 and it's now $30. You can wait for it to like really go up, or you could cash out.
Depends. Are you in it for the long haul?
Wow. We're in for something special.
Bought at 20. It went up to 30. But it could go to the moon! This is like every crypto bro. Oh, he says he's gonna wait. Okay, you're a free human being. You're a free human being. All right, Lamont. You may roll for you?
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I
Casey,
rolled.
You can roll for me all the time.
Yes, sir. Rolled 2. Hopefully it's a good one, sir. Let's see where you're at. Lamont, you were the...
Black tank.
Black tank. Yeah, cool. That puts you in a deal space again. Do you want a
Deal space.
big one or a little one?
Let's go with a little one, buddy.
Little one. The little deal that could.
Condo for sale. An older 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo offered by a young couple who wants to move up to a 3-2 house due to growing family. It's Dion. Available soon. Use this yourself or sell to another player. Cost is $55,000 and the down payment's $5,000 and the cash flow is $160,000. Ooh.
Is anybody interested in buying this from me?
Is that how you make offers? Just curious.
No, not hardly. Hey guys, listen. Got a great hot deal here. Young couple was ready to move on to a bigger house, and they're selling their lovely 2-1 condo by downtown Baltimore. I can get you a great deal on this, actually. With cash flow and some equity as well. For you, my friends, if you give me $6,000, you can have this house for cash for about $160,000. You takers?
So $6,000 gets you this condo.
I was appreciative of the effort. I will say that.
All right, well, $550. Make your best offer. $5,500.
$50?
$5,000.
Oh.
$500.
Oh.
All right, going once, going twice, passing.
Yeah, gonna have to pass on that one. All right, Stuart. I have rolled for you. I have rolled for you a 2.
Next one's gonna be 3.
You are on a deal space. Would you like a big one or a little one?
Well, he's got an MLM at first. We're in suspense.
What? What do you mean? MLM? He hasn't hit a payday yet.
Oh.
No payday.
Okay,
no MLM, no payday.
Yeah, you're right.
No payday, no MLM. MLM is love. MLM is life. So, big or little?
Let's stick with little.
Little. Amra, do you like the manic powers that are going on right now? Is that good for you? It looks like your lips are moving.
Yeah, no, I just, what was that? It was that Ted Lasso?
I have not
No.
seen Ted Lasso, so I do not know.
Okay.
Maybe.
It says soccer is life, so I just have movies and quotes and songs.
Oh,
quotes.
is love is life? That's Shrek. Don't Google it. Not for you. No. Shrek is love, Shrek is life. Yeah, it's a weird place in the internet. All right, so Lisa, what did Stuart get?
Research and development delays cause low share price for this longtime pharmaceutical company. It's okay for you drug company. Today's price is $10 and the historic trading range is $5 to $30. You can buy none and you can buy as many as you would like above that. $10 a share.
$500 worth.
Okay. Do you need help doing that transaction, or it looks like you got subtract 500 memo, doing some typing. Fabulous. Not gonna lie, I pulled up the Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life shirt right as you said I'll take $500 worth, and I was like, that is a lot of shirts. I'm sure we could get a better deal if you're looking for bulk ordering.
Okay, now in the balance sheet, there's a section for.
Stocks, funds, and CDs.
Oh, you're so ahead of it.
He's already got okay for you, number of shares at $50 per share, $10. He nailed it. We threw him in the deep end and he just swam. He just started swimming. We didn't know he had that kind of power. He's unstoppable. Well done.
My life is spreadsheets. I got them all printed on my bed sheets, I think is how it goes.
Wow. I use spreadsheets as bed sheets. That's sounds like a start of a really fire bar. Amara, you're up. I will give a roll for you. And I've rolled you a 5, which hopefully it will be better than the last time I rolled and threw you in jail for a couple days. A 1, 2, passing a payday, 3, 4, 5, deal space. So 1 is payday, 2 is deal. Do you want a big one or a little one?
Small one, please.
Okay. It can be arranged. Do you remember how to access your payday?
Yep, so...
Let's get paid.
700.
Correct. You were PAFE. So, Lisa, what's on the market today?
Grow for Us Fund. Weak earnings report leads to weak price of mutual fund. Only you may buy as many shares as you want. Everyone may sell. Today's price is $5 and the historic trading range is $20 to $30.
All right, we're going for it. I have $1,300. All right, let's do $500 worth.
Okay, so $500 if you want to pay for Grow for Us. Go down to the cash ledger. Let's subtract that 500 smackaroonies, eh?
Okay, so...
Yes, good. Good. And then a memo. Gotta have a memo.
What is
No
this?
memo summons the Lisa RS.
So it just dawned on me, Lisa, that you are inputting the deals into our spreadsheets. Is that what's going on? We can actually see the deals. Is that what's going on? I just read Amber's. I was right there, and I saw mine. I was like, oh, it's right there. So every time you get a deal, you'll be able to see the deal right there. That where it says small deal is on your
Fancy,
spreadsheet,
isn't it? Yeah.
I know. I was wondering. I was like the whole time. I was like, where's she reading from? Like, where's this? Where's it coming from? Like, you making this up? Just joking. You're not making it up, but
I'm totally making it.
I mean, we're not going to lie. There may be some Bitcoin in the deals somewhere and some other things.
do it. It's freaking stretch the horizon here. Why not?
Well, I keep wanting to have a party where we make new cards. So if anyone wants to do that.
I believe we have a standing
I'm a
offer
big game for
that the best card from each category, small deal, big deal, doodads, and market gets a $25 Amazon gift card. I'll have to dig up the form on that, but it's running over the course of this year.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. Okay, so you got Grow for Us, boom, boom, boom. You logged that, and then you logged it up under your assets because theoretically that's going to help you put money into your pocket. Okay, you did it. Dion, you're up.
How many double rolls do I get for charity? Is it 2 or
You're on
3?
your last one right now.
Last
Three double rolls, and you're on your last one.
No whammies. Oh, I got 5.
Did you say no whammies? Bet. Okay, so you passed a payday and you landed on a deal space. You want a big deal or a little deal?
I'm gonna do a little deal on this one.
Little deal.
What's in the box?
Oh wait.
You have the option to purchase a locked filing cabinet at an estate sale. If you buy the cabinet, pay $500 and roll 1 die. If you roll 1 to 5, you find absolutely nothing. If you roll a 6, you find 10 gold coins. Cha-ching. You want to play?
No, that sounds like horrible odds. Not today.
Okay.
Got it.
Biscotti, we're going to need a roll from you, sir. Which one is Biscotti? He's the wealth battle tank. I remember that. A 4. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Deals. A string of deals to Biscotti. While he's typing out big or little, let's go ahead and get to... Oh, he already said big. What do we got on the big deal side, Lisa?
Whoa. Oh, you took me by surprise, Biscotti.
Also am taken by surprise by Biscotti.
Okay, a fourplex is for sale in a rehabilitating neighborhood. Owners being forced out by income tax liens. Use this yourself or sell to another player. Cost is $370,000. Down payment's $10,000 and the cash flow is $900.
Wowzers.
I'll give you 1,000 for it.
Who said that? Was that Dion?
Damn.
Yeah.
Scotty, will you take 1,000 for it?
Wow. He like slammed that money down.
Yes.
Biscotti
Okay,
says
add
yes.
1,000 to your feet.
So Dion,
Dion,
if you
it's
would be so
yours.
kind as to subtract 1,000 from your cash ledger with a memo of sent to Biscotti finder's fee, bird dog, and then we'll just add that to your ledger. So fascinating. And then Biscotti has added $1,000 from Dion. Wowzers, man! You really dove on that. You had like no hesitation. Can you walk us through why you were so intrigued by that deal?
Cash flow. And I had the money.
Was it a specific ratio from the down payment to the cash flow, or would any number be exciting to you?
I mean, it was close to 10% of the down payment, right? So I figure I would make that up over time, the $1,000 that I'm paying him. I'll make it up in no time.
I think that's a great analysis. That's great, man. Cool. And then let's just double check, make sure the math is happy. I'll put
What was the down
floorplex.
payment? Yes.
We can see. Oh, a fun fact. You are a chameleon, according to Google, the anonymous chameleon. So yeah, down payment of $10K. You nailed it. Outstanding cost at $370. And the leftover liability at $360. Now for the fun part, to add that cash flow. Yum, 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 cash flow.
Where does that go?
Very top, under income.
Ah.
Yes, if you're familiar with the Kiyosaki diagram, is like the most popular thing that I think he ever draws. It's like income, expenses, assets, liabilities. Yeah, that's basically the same shape. We got income, expenses, assets, and liabilities. Anyway, so there's that. Boop, boop. Let's head on over
You have to subtract
I'm sorry,
the
Dion?
10. I have to subtract the 10,000 as well. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll need the down payment. Yep, you got it. While your cash balance goes down, you're escaping the rat race. You almost added 15% in one shot. It's a win right there. Okay, Lamont. I have rolled you a 5.
Sorry about that. I had to find the mute button.
How dare
Sir,
you?
yes, sir.
How dare you, Lamont? All right, I rolled you a 5. Putting you over the payday space. Oh, I'm
Right.
drawing white lines on your black tank. One sec. All right, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rolled over the payday, landed on a doodad, but should I do anything else for you right now, Lamont? Oh, no, I'm thinking of Stuart. He's got the multi-level marketing. My bad.
All right, let's see the dude that. Well, I'll do all the math at once. I'm sure I'm about to kick off some money with this dude that.
Yeah.
You bought a local artist painting. It's so pretty. $800.
Oh, freaking payday. No, it's not. Right.
It's pretty expensive.
Pretty expensive. Another $500 in that transaction. All right, perfect. All right, so I go to my ledger.
Yes, sir.
And I'll add the payday first.
I like your thinking. Separate transactions keeps the general ledger clean. None of that combined business. And if anybody has budgeted, you know, because we do budgeting at wealthbattle.com/budget, that is an important principle of budgeting, that every transaction comes in separately under the account that it is reconciled to. So if it's under checking, it goes under the checking account. If it's under savings, it goes under the savings account, so on and so forth. And that keeps our books nice and clean. We like clean books because then we can see, how are things going? Where am I now financially? Doodad's painting. Nailed it. Stuart, you're up.
Question for you, Kason.
Yes, sir.
All right, are we allowed to like pay off debts and stuff only on our terms, or is that something we can work on?
Ooh, that'd be a question for Lisa. She's the boss here. I just work here.
Tell me again. Just kidding. Yeah, so life doesn't happen in turns. So you're welcome to do whatever you please with your money whenever you are inclined to do so. So if you want to pay off some things, you can. What are you thinking?
I just want to know what the rules were. Really, nothing's. I don't even think I can afford to pay off anything right now. No, I
The
can't.
rules are I don't like rules. Yeah, you can you don't have to wait for a turn to do something on your financial statement
Got it.
or to make like some side deal. You could do that too.
Okay, gotcha. All right, thank you.
And put her to the test on that. Like if you're like, I don't know what the rule is, so I'm gonna say this is it. Like try to push her that way, man. Let's test
will.
Lisa. We got to push back against the
That's
power,
right.
right? Awesome. Stuart, I'm giving you a roll. I rolled you a 6, Stuart. 1, 2, 3. Passing a payday. 4, 5, 6. Landing on a deal space. Would you like a big deal or a little deal?
Let's go big deal today.
Okay. Anything else you'd like me to do for you?
If there's a question, the answer is yes. But we can't even see it. It's stuck inside that little cell.
I'm giving you all the mojo I can, Stuart.
Yeah, if you scroll down, I already did it.
Oh no! Wait, what? You rolled again?
It only pays off one time, right?
You rolled again?
What does that mean? You
So
rolled 6.
yeah. So you went over a payday, so that means we roll again. And it was a 5. So yeah, you still keep it. Good job. You did it. Yeah.
Shouldn't have paid out twice then.
No. So just as you go over, no payout twice. The specific lingo on the card was something to the effect of, when you pass over a payday, roll the dice again, and if it's a 4 to a 6, you get $500. Yeah. Anyway, so here's the big deal.
A 3-bedroom, 2-bath house in a rough neighborhood has positive cash flow even though the rents are weak. You can use this yourself or sell to another player. Cost is $300,000, down payment's $12,000, and the cash flow is $800.
And so I don't have to worry about renters. It's not that realistic of a game.
I mean, I can call you up at 3 a.m. if you want. Be like, hey, man, I heard some noises that kind of was weird. Can you send someone to come look at the toilet for me? If you want realism, we can play realism. Not a problem. But did you want to buy it?
I think not at this time. It kind of tapped me out.
Does Dion want to buy it?
What if you could get money from somewhere else?
Lisa, what do you mean?
Like a friend or the bank, and you could borrow it. So you can use other people's money and pay them back with your cash flow. Is that a cash dollar?
That is a cash dollar going into a wallet. I'm going to start labeling my diagrams because obviously
I was
this
with
is
you for that
problematic.
wallet.
I'm doing the best I can, Lisa. It's all I got. This is friend. And that's bank. We already had the label on that one. And they're giving you a cash dollar. Yeah. And it goes into your cash wallet. Anyway.
So in the game, if you would like to officially borrow money from the bank, you can borrow it $1,000 increments and you pay them 10%. So every payday, you're going to be paying them 10%. Or you can make friends and work out some deal on the side. Or you guys could collaborate. I mean, you don't have to do it all. Or you could pass.
It's interesting. So, hold on a minute.
Or I could gamble.
What are you thinking, Stuart? Walk us through your thinky thoughts.
I gotta look at the board a little bit. Just because I don't know how often outflows occur on this board.
Sure.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Ooh.
Let's create a business together. Stuart, you, Stuart, and 2 other business partners. Each take on $3,000 of debt each. Split $200 cash flow every single month.
So, Stuart, there's a proposal on the table to split it up into 4 shares of $3,000 down each, splitting the cash flow evenly into quarters. What say you to that, as you are in control of this deal?
I'd say I'm interested. I guess I'd be willing to take 2 portions of that. Is there somebody willing to take one of those 4?
So, to clarify, you're willing to take on $6,000 for a cash flow of $400, and you're looking to sell off the additional $6,000 for an additional cash flow of $400. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. That's what we have on the table here. Anybody in on this? Going once?
I'll go in on that.
Dion, you want to go all 6,000 or you go 3,000 partial share?
Do you have any other takers?
I'll jump in there.
What, Lamont?
I'll do the other half. I'll do 300. I'll split it with Dion.
Okay, so 3,000, 3,000, 6,000. Dion, Lamont, Stewart. Oh, I'm going to copy and paste this onto another thing so everyone can get their stuff done. Because that's a lot of notes to take. Yoink. Okay, there's a sheet called notes. I'm just kind of copying and pasting this out there. And then that was Dion is at 25%. And Lamont is at 25%. And then Stewart is at 25%. Or 50%, I should say. And that's... now, Stuart, you're in control of this deal, so is that exactly how you want to split it up? 25, 25, 50 the equity, the cash flow, the whole 9 yards? Or do you want to create any exciting terms here to really rattle the chains?
Well, I think so. The idea here is we're all splitting the quote mortgage impact, which is still a positive outflow. I don't know how this all works against the full spreadsheet here, but I'm okay with the terms, which puts us in a positive 200. I'm just not positive how this all fills out. It looks like there's no home mortgage, but there is real estate mortgages.
Yeah. So to
liability.
set this up, I can help you set yours up. How about that? Since this is your card. So if anybody else needs to see how it works, then watch the screen and then you can do it on yours. Okay. So first off, we're going to subtract your portion of the down payment from your cash ledger. So down to your cash ledger, you already have subtracted out $6,000. It looks like the math you put in the memo. Great. So now under income at the very top, let's start with the fun part, which is the 3-2 house, and you have a 50% ownership stake, right? So the cash flow is currently 800. So what's half of 800? And put that under cash flow.
But what Kaysen was asking you before was, do you own this deal? Are you telling them what the cash flow is and you're going to split it equally based on your percentages, or are you going to take some different allocation?
Because you're bringing the deal to the table.
I'm okay with splitting it, especially since Dion came up with the deal.
All right. He's got a fair bone in his body. All right. So 3-2 house, 50% ownership stake. So we're going to put that. You have the cash flow. So now let's add it to your assets and your liabilities, aka the balance sheet, down at the bottom. So 3-2 house. I'll put 50% under each. Now here's the kicker. I would prefer the numbers to reflect 100% of the cost, 100% of the down payment, and 100% of the liability, and just to notate that you're responsible for a mere 50% of that. Because let's say that somebody comes in and they're like, oh, I want to buy this house and I'm willing to pay $10,000 more than whatever you paid for it. Well, you would need to know the total amount of what you paid for it, not just your portion. Does that make sense conceptually?
I'm following.
Rock and roll. So in that case, just under your balance sheet, you'll just need to add the down payment, the cost, and the outstanding liability as it is displayed on the card above. So the only thing that you're segmenting out and doing a lesser percentage of is the cash flow, because that is what you are getting less of. And depending on how you structure the entity, maybe it's a partnership where you are, in fact, responsible, like a general partnership where you are responsible for the whole thing if the other guys bail. Like, it's on you, too. Oh, the excitement of life. Okay, so it looks like Stewart is done here. He's got $300K on the cost. He's got $12K on the down payment. He's filling in the liability. Cash flow looks good. The subtraction of $6,000 looks good. He's got the outstanding liability. Rock and roll. Let's go look at Lamont's numbers.
I didn't start yet.
Okay, I'll come back to you. Let's go look at Dion's numbers. 3-2. I'm just going to add in a 3-2 house for you, Dion. So if someone's buying a 3-2 apartment or something like that, or like if they're looking for a house buyer, you want to make sure that you have a house there. But that looks good. And then you just need to add that 3-2 house information under your assets and liabilities there, Dion, towards the bottom. And it looks like the subtraction under cash ledger, that math all checks out, man. Rock and roll. Lamont, whenever you are good, let me know and I'll check your work. Amara, let's roll, baby. Bam. 1.
No kids. Yes.
Wow. No kids, yes. Doodad. All right, cheese lady.
No. I don't have enough money for a doodad.
You'd be
How do you
surprised
know?
how far Americans will push doodads in their own life.
Oh, but this is, good for the rest of us. You visited the dentist.
Oh.
$700.
$700.
All right.
Get a log that in her gold on hand.
I'm still on plus.
The way the dollar is floating more and more, you might consider logging it if it actually is gold. I saw somebody selling on Facebook Marketplace an ounce of gold for $850 today, and I was like, no way is that real, because it should be closer to $2,000 if it's 999 fine gold. Like, what is going on? So I messaged the dude. We'll see. May have to bring some acid out, do a couple tests, magnet, verify it, buy some gold. All right. Fabulous. Dentist, subtract 700. You did it. Okay, Lamont, are you good with your math?
No, I'm not. So, a question about like, oops, oh, shoot.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're doing so since we're doing 25%. Do you want to not have the mortgage liability here at 72,000, or do you want to have it at the 288?
I'd recommend the full amount. Yeah. I'd recommend putting the full amount, because at some point, somebody in the market might come along and be like, hey, man, I want to buy your house, and I'm willing to pay you 10% over what you paid for it. Well, 10% over what you paid for it would be all three of you as a business entity, not just you individually. Does that make sense conceptually?
Yes.
So the only number to knock down would really be that cash flow. Instead of 800, it should be 200 whenever you get to that point on the 3-2 house. Okay.
Hammer.
Also, Lamont, I'll just mention this. You're going to need to borrow some money, it looks like, to buy this.
Yes.
So, and I think this is the first time anybody's borrowed in this game, so I think we'll have to go over bank loans. Whenever you're ready for that, we will do it with you, okay?
Yeah.
Bet. Let me know whenever your numbers are set, and then we'll come back. Dion, you're up.
All right. I rolled a 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Passed a payday, landed on a deal space.
Small deal.
Small deal. The man wants a small deal.
You find a great deal. Older, 2-bedroom, 1-bath house, repossessed by government agency. Ready to go with government financing and a tenant. Take out a lien if you must, but buy this. Use this yourself or sell to another player. Cost is $35,000. Down payment's $2,000, and the cash flow is $220.
Taking it.
Yeah.
He's snatching it up. Lamont, you ready for us? Biscotti, go ahead and give us a roll as well. All right, so Lamont, just kind of looking through your numbers here. You got the cash flow. That's good. The down payment was actually $12,000 in total, and the cost was $300,000. So the numbers are now right. We just need to get the bank paid, Lamont. Okay.
I think I did it.
Let's see. You got bank loans at $3,000. Well, so let's start. So I see under your liabilities you've adjusted bank loans to $3,000. But how much money do you need to borrow?
I got you. Really, just 1850.
Well, so you can borrow in $1,000 increments. So you have more than 1,000. So you really would only need to borrow $2,000 from the bank. Does that make sense?
No, I'm just a good idea.
Perfection.
Yes.
So now that you've gone to the bank and you said, knock, knock, hello, my name is Lamont. Please give me $2,000. And they didn't ask for your ID or your docs or anything. And they just handed you $2,000 and said, give us 10% next time you get paid. You now need to deposit that into your current bank account. So under Cash Ledger, add $2,000 memo bank loan. So Cash Ledger, transaction number 5, add $2,000 for a bank loan. Estás perfecto. Cool. So now you have the $3,000 that you needed to go in on this deal. So you're going to, on line 6, subtract out $3,000 as a 25% down payment on the 3-2 house. And I am going to temporarily mess with your numbers just to check. Okay, cool. Yeah, math checked out. So you escaped the rat race a little bit more, even though you borrowed money. And there's something there for everyone if you look closely at that. So you borrowed money, it's putting money back into your pocket in the form of cash flow, which you can use to pay down the debt and continue to own the thing, which is really an exciting prospect. Okay, so let's see what Biscotti rolled while you tidy that up. Biscotti rolled a 3. A 1, 2, 3. That's a payday, Biscotti. That's pretty simple for you. I think you have it from here. So that brings us to Lamont. It is actually your turn now.
All right.
All right. So
Go for it, Casey.
you got it, boss. Rolling. Number 3. All that you can eat now, rolling. The Riblets song. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's a deal space. Would you like a big one or a little one?
Let's go with a little deal.
Little? All right, I have to make your tank smaller now. It is now a smaller
House for
tank.
sale, 2-bedroom, 1 bath. Nice 2-bedroom, 1 bath rental house suddenly available due to a state closing. Well-maintained older property with existing tenant. Cost is $65,000. Down payment's $5,000, and the cash flow is $160,000.
All right. Dion, Stewart, anybody you guys want to jump in? Got an opportunity for you guys again. Nice little rental.
I'm gonna have to pass on this one.
Dion shut you down quick on that one, man.
Yeah, he did.
He's like,
I
no.
was trying to sell him on it.
Get
No,
that
I
mess
was
out
just
of here.
teasing.
So, Dion, why were you so quick to pass, if we can?
Not enough squeeze in that lemon.
That's a writer downer. Dion, I'm learning so much from you. Not enough squeeze in that lemon. That's perfect. That's great. Okay, cool. So Lamont, I mean, that's going to end up being a hard pass on that case.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. Stuart, you're moving 1 space forward to a doodad. Bwop, bwop.
I hope it's good.
I hope it's
Well-
doodaderific.
It's going to be amazing.
Boat.
VR headset.
It's date night, dinner, concert, and dessert. $500.
Who are you taking?
Well, I got off cheap.
Yeah, not gonna lie, Celine Dion tickets are pretty expensive. As one who went. She was like, we have to sing the Titanic song together. Okay. You got it. Do, 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 do. All right. Stuart has subtracted $500 for date night and was ghosted. What? Man, the memo is telling the tale of the internal state of Stuart. Lisa,
God, that's fun.
you think we're at the last one, the last roll here? Are we at that point?
One more round, you mean, or done?
Yeah, one more round. Yeah?
Yeah, we're taking a while.
Okay, Lisa has hereby declared it to be the last roll, so everyone will have 1 additional roll, so factor that in. But at the end of the game, your character does not die. In the future, if you want to bring this character back, you can just say, hey, I played on this day. We can bring it into the future, and then you can play with that character again. If you think you really kicked butt, and if you think you got your butt kicked, then you can, get a whole new one next time. Try again. Okay, so with that being said, Amara, you're moving 5 spaces forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, passing a payday. 5 deals, Amara. It's your deal choice decision time.
Okay. Let's small deals.
Okay.
Small deal, and I see you're already adding your payday. Let's get that payday in there.
And I have a question. So since I bought stock, I forget when, is it a card or something I land in that I'm supposed to do?
Yeah. So the way the stock market works is that if you want to sell, you need to have a buyer. So it can either be a small deal or mostly the market cards where something will happen in the market and it'll be like, oh, the stock is this, or a small deal will say the stock is going to this. Anyone can sell it. So the thing about the stock market is you're just waiting for a buyer.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Kind of like real
But-
life. Just there's a lot less liquidity in the game because we can't simulate an entire stock exchange. That would be a little silly. But maybe
Got it.
one day.
Thank you.
Okay, so there's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo. Parents are selling a 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo used by their child in a college town. Lots of demand for rentals. Use this yourself or sell to another player. The cost is $40,000. The down payment's $4,000, and the cash flow is $140,000.
Who wants to buy this deal?
For how much money?
I need help. Deal guy. Wait, I was gonna ask Lamont, but Lamont his deal.
The deal guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So I'm gonna call Lisa and Kason help on this one since this is like my first time. What would you do and how much you would sell it for if it was?
Sorry, Lamont. They're just Lamont meet bus. Wow. Oh! That's just what happened there.
Okay, so what's the next step? Because now we're learning all this, right? So if I look at all of that, what next? Like I'm just gonna.
Do you have any interest in owning a piece of this, or do you want to sell the whole deal to someone else?
Right now, given it's the end of the night, I'm like just sell the deal.
Okay. So then
What would you do?
someone needs to buy it for $4,000. They need to put out $4,000 to get the deal, and they need to buy it from you. So you could be like, well, I'll take the first $100. If we were playing more, you could take like the first month or two of cash flow, but we're not going to play anymore, so you won't get anything. So just ask for some amount of money, and at this point, it's kind of arbitrary.
Okay, and then the other question is, if this was you that was playing and you were where I was financially, would you take a piece of this or would you sell it completely? And why would you, not why, what makes you choose that?
How much money do you have in the bank?
Nothing?
Not true.
800? Oh, I have 800. I thought I had 200. This is even better.
Yeah, so you have 800. And what is your payday?
700.
Okay, so we know that we can take out loans. And if we take out a loan in $1,000 increments, so every $1,000, we're paying 10%. Every $1,000 costs us $100. So if we took out, okay, so Kason put in a $4,000 loan to show you. You take out a bank loan of $4,000. It costs you $400 in cash flow. So your payday goes down $400, but you have 700, so you're still positive. You still have cash flow, and the deal's giving you 140. So if you're like, hey, I want to own real estate because maybe someday, like I'll keep accumulating this cash flow and maybe someday I'll sell it, right? It's an asset. I'll sell it and I'll bank on it. You can do this deal yourself.
Got it. And you would do what? If this was you?
I probably would see if I could sell it to somebody for some amount of money. Yeah, it has pretty low cash flow.
Okay.
But if getting the practice of buying a property helps you like move on and do something else, like that's a valuable thing to do.
Got it. Thank you. I think I was really curious on your thought process with all of this. So I'm just going to say, is anyone interested in a deal? And then we'll talk about it. If not, then let's just move on, given time.
So sometimes it's a game, right? So the game helps you see how you operate, because sometimes we're like, oh, I haven't bought any homes. Why have I not bought any homes? Right? And so you start to look at yourself, and see why you make the choices that you make. And since it's a game, sometimes you want to do the thing you wouldn't normally do. It's like, well, this seems scary, so maybe you do it, because if it doesn't work out, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think what I would normally in real life, what I would do is I would find you or someone and I would say, "What would you do?" and tell me what to do here. And the fact that you said it's not a lot, it's not, yeah, I would probably just pass up on the whole entire deal.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
can I throw
Well,
in
Scotty's
something?
interested in working for you.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah.
I was just saying, but Scotty, like, he's throws his hat in the ring a little bit. Go ahead, back to you, Casey.
Yeah, so Biscotti did say, I don't mind making a deal, but I feel like I'm slightly short the funds. He has $3,680, almost enough to buy the deal. So one other thing to consider is if your goal as a mechanic who's making $2,000 a paycheck is to not have to go to work, 8% of your living expenses could be paid by this time leveraged thing, effectively replacing 1 month out of every year of how hard you have to work. Did that track with you, Amara?
Yeah, sort of. And I thought you were talking to Scotty for a second, so I was like, I heard the words, but I don't think I processed all of it. So I think you said just pretty much I'm saving myself 1 month a year, correct?
Well, so you're a mechanic and you make $2,000 a month, right?
Mhm.
And you live on $1,300 a month. So your expenses are $1,300. And how much cash flow would this bring you per month? Assuming you had all cash and you didn't borrow any, it just makes it a little bit more complicated. But how much money would this make you if you didn't have to borrow any money, if you just paid it out?
Sorry, I saw the numbers. I get really nervous on the spot, and I was a calculus tutor for the record. So, what was it you said?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So your income
I
right
get
now is
nervous when
$2,000
they
at your
say
job as a mechanic. Would you agree with that?
Sorry, I heard you say mechanic. That's all I heard.
Yeah. So your income is $2,000 as your job as a mechanic. Do you see that?
Yes.
And your expenses are $1,300, which is comprised of paying taxes, a home mortgage, a car loan, a credit, et cetera, right? So at the end of the day, at the end of the paycheck cycle, you walk away with $700, right?
Correct.
That's like your payday, your disposable income that you can choose to throw on willy-nilly stuff, or you could be like, I'm going to escape the rat race to where I don't have to go to work. Not that you don't go to work, but you don't have to go to work, okay? So you make $2,000, you spend $1,300. How much cash flow is this 2-1 condo supposed to put into your life per payday?
I think that says 140.
Yeah, 140. Okay, cool. So real basic math. We won't need calculus on this. 140 times, let's say a year was only 10 months. How much money will it bring you?
Extra zero.
Yeah, 1,400. And then we add another 140, right? So then it becomes up to, what, 1,540 for month 11. And then we add another 140 to make that 8. That'd be a 0. That'd be a 6. That'd be a 1. And that's month 12. So each year, this is going to produce 1,680. If your life was at the level of this mechanic in real life, like, while we may sit at this and go, ha ha ha, that's not worth as much. I mean, we saw Dion got a heck of a deal. He put $10,000 down. He gets $900 out. So I mean, like, wow, what a great ROI in the first year. It's going to pay for itself. This won't pay for itself in the first year. But if you're playing the long game because you have to, because you're alive and you're experiencing reality, man, wouldn't it be nice to have 8 or 9% of every dollar that you have to spend be covered passively?
Yes.
Like, wouldn't that change the game for so many people out there? Do you feel that now?
Yes. Yes, and I appreciate you all for taking the time to break that down, because when I'm like completely on the spot and it's math, like my brain just goes blank. And so it's like giving up that. And if I have to keep asking you, like, what did you say? Giving all of that up. So just thank you for you all's patience and like really seeing right now, like life choices and decisions going on right now.
That's why we do it. That's why we host Cash Flow, because the goal is not to have big number on screen. That's not the goal. The goal is that you understand what makes you tick and what makes you work. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you saw this if I saw this deal in real life, I would smash the buy now button. If I didn't have the $4,000, I would find a way to get the $4,000. Like, wow, to own a property that's cash flowing, someone's paying down the mortgage, I get some tax benefit. Like, wow, what a deal. In the game, it's not super exciting. We've seen better. But that doesn't mean that it's a hard no. It's just a matter of like, where are you now? And that should really factor into it. But the most important kind of like thought, if I could inject a thought into your brain, is if this was sitting in front of you right now and you had $0 in the bank, but you had a 0% credit card loan, 0% interest credit card for 18 months, 24 months, would you do it?
Yes.
And that's contrary to what a lot of people feel about debt. They're like, debt always bad, must pay off all debt. Baby step number 3, pay off all debt. Right? Sorry, Dave. I hope it's baby step number 3 is pay off all debt. Yeah.
But there's
Go ahead, Lisa.
there's things to look at, like if you're borrowing money to do a deal like this, your expenses are going to increase. So your payday is decreasing, right? So your take home is going to be quite low in the position that you're in. So it really becomes looking at like, what are your expenses? Can you handle them? And how long would it take to build up enough funds to pay off your bank or leverage them into something that cash flows more? So sometimes when we're in the game, we're trying to buy properties because they cash flow. And it's not always the best, well, hey, it cash flows, I'll buy it. And sometimes the numbers are okay, but there is also, what deal am I getting into and what will that prevent me from doing into the future? So if this is the one deal you can do for quite a while, just understanding like potentially opportunity cost associated with it.
Got it.
And
Yes.
all of that in life is governed by understanding where are you now financially, which the best tool that we have access to is building a budget, right? So like if this was your actual numbers, I'd be like, well, what are other expenses? How much of that is discretionary? Because that's $400 right there. Oh, that's all eating out. As a mechanic making $2,000 a month, can you not stop eating out for like a couple months and buy this house? Like that would be kind of my reaction if this was your numbers. Because it would be so easy to make that happen if this was legit. Because really this monthly cash flow is what people call discretionary income, the stuff that isn't spoken for in taxes and living expenses and car loans, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, I think that horse has been beaten to death.
No, that's great. So I would just go I would go to Dion and ask him if I could borrow. What's that? How much I need? $4,000?
Well, if you're borrowing from not the bank, you need $3,200.
Thank you. And then could we look how far Dion's away from a payday?
We can. Dion is the big green tank. He is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces away from payday, and you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces away from a payday, or 7. Sorry, I can count.
Got it.
No, you're 6.
Got it. Okay, so I think there's a part of me that's like I would want to talk this out and not do it to complete right? Because I don't think I would play the same board or the same person, and I don't know. But I was gonna say, hey Dion, can I borrow like $2,000 or $1,000 and then take the rest from the bank? Or no, $1,000 from Dion and let's see how much Lamont has.
My hard
Yeah,
no.
Lamont, you don't want to send her $200?
Yeah, I'm good.
What if she sent you $250 back on her next payday and you knew that a payday was coming?
I would need 300.
So now we're talking about price. It's no longer a hard no.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, because even $200 would help you, Amara. Because $200 from somebody gets you to where you're only borrowing $300 from the bank, and you can come up with really interesting terms, person to person or peer to peer, instead of to the bank. Because the bank's like 10% has to be in your payday, blah blah blah. But a person, you could be like, hey, I'll give you, $300 back, or my next 2 deals, you get to choose if you want that deal before I say yes to, or any number of other things. What an exciting options that you have to you,
Yeah, so Dion, wait, how much do I need total?
You need $3,200 extra. I like that this deal is still under underwriting.
3,200 extra. So
You say underwriting.
Yeah, the deal is definitely in underwriting right now.
and then I'm going back to look at Dion's amount of moolah. So Dion.
Meanwhile, Dion hasn't said anything.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Building up.
Dion is my friend. He's at least willing to hear, right? And like the practice for me is like learning how to do a deal on the spot. So how much do I have? I have 800.
You have 800. You need 3,200 to get $4,000 down, and then you got to be able to entice whoever you're doing the deal with to doing business with you. What is it that they want?
Yeah. So Dion, I'll give you. If you, Dion, give me 3,200, I'll give you half my shares. I have 100. I'll give you 50. And I'll give you a percent. Let's see, 5. The bank would take 10.
Whenever you say half
so,
of your shares, do you mean half of the mutual fund Grow for Us shares?
Yes.
Got it. Then what was the second term?
So half of that. No, dang it! I already said half. I'll give you 40 shares of that, and and I don't know. I'm not calculating at the spot, but I'm like 5% to 5% for 5% of my paycheck for two rounds.
Of your
2
paycheck
rounds.
or of your monthly cash flow?
My payday. No, my monthly cash flow.
Yeah.
I don't know. But if I had more time, I would calculate something that makes sense, y'all. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to make that offer now, or do you want to pass for now?
Yeah, Dion, are you a yes or a no?
So here are my terms. I would do this for 60 of your shares and 50% ownership of the house. So if you ever sell it, I make 50% of what you make.
What?
50% of the equity, but not 50% of the cash flow, Dion? Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. In other words, he's letting you keep all the cash flow, Amara. But if you sell that thing, he wants half of the gains. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so all that he'll gain is in the future. There's nothing that it won't cost you anything now. No hard costs.
Yeah, the hard cost is 60 of your shares.
Cool. 50, Dion, 50.
Well, no. If I'm not taking cash flow, I'm actually thinking maybe 75 shares.
I am learning a lot in this negocios.
I love it.
So he's now up to 75 shares. I feel like we need the Shark Tank graphics. Like, now the offer is 75 shares. But let's think about this, Amara. Before he makes it all 100 shares, how much money did you spend on 100 shares?
$500.
You're really holding on to that $500 really hard right now, aren't you?
Fine, Dion. Would you kindly, as my friend, consider going back to 60?
60 was on the table. You didn't take it.
Oh,
Right. I got that, and I'm asking if you would reconsider that.
All right, 65.
55. Cool.
65.
You said
65.
65? All right, cool. 65. 65 it is.
I feel like that was a subliminal push down, like 55, right? No, 65. Okay, 65 shares, equity if it's sold, $3,200 transferred. All agreed?
It's agreed.
This-
I made property and what, $3,200 on a $500 investment.
On a less than $500.
Yes. Thank you, Dion. Appreciate it.
You're going to feel really crappy if that grow for us goes up to $50 a share, though, won't you? You'll be like, oh.
Yeah, but in this moment, it was something for nothing. Sorry, and I think Biscotti or Stewart said something. Sorry, I didn't ask you all earlier.
Biscotti wrote that he doesn't mind making a deal, but he feels slightly short of the funds. And then Jason puts deal or no deal memes up with Howie Mandel. But yeah, man, that was a nail biter. Okay, let's get this math done in a hustle. So Dion, minus 3,200 on the cash ledger. Amara, add 3,200 on your cash ledger, please. We're gonna make this go through pretty quick. And then Amara, subtract out 4,000 on your ledger. And then Dion, add 66 shares. We're having a brokerage fee come in here. 66 shares. And Amara, let's lower your number of shares of Grow for us down to 44.
44, 30, 35,
34.
right?
44.
Was it?
44.
Gee.
44, enter. And then let's go up to real estate. We got condo, 2-1.
no, she's right.
It should be 34.
Yeah. your
34.
math's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah, yeah. 34. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right.
Somebody get the auditor.
Who's going to
What
audit
hap-
the auditor? I feel like that. It's like, oh, I'm getting tired.
I thought it was 65. Why is it?
Because I'm taking an extra share because that was a really long negotiation. All right, description is 2-1 condo at the top. Cash flow is 140 at the very tippy top. We have condo 2-1, cash flow 140. There you go. You're 10% out of the rat race, and then down payment was 4,000, and cost is 40,000. And outstanding liability is the difference between the two. It's at the very bottom. I'll highlight them a nice shade of hot magenta for you there. Need you to get those numbers in.
Okay, so sorry. Down payment is
4,000, the amount of money that you sent to purchase the mortgage. The cost is 40,000, the total retail cost. Then the amount financed, the outstanding liability that you owe the bank is 36,000 on the right side. It probably wouldn't hurt to throw a note on that condo 2-1 under description that Dion owns half of the gains if sold, or half of equity gains, or however you want to phrase that, just as a reminder. Dion, you're up. Wait, you have your own die. Go ahead, roll it.
I got a 6. Roll 6.
A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Deal space. You want a big one or a little one?
Small deal.
Small deal. Grow for us. Grow for us. If we chant it, Lisa might cave.
What? It's randomly. I don't. Stock okay for you, drug company. Booming market raises
Amy,
share
wait.
prices.
Everybody stop. Amy, what's one thing you learned tonight before you go? One thing you learned. Because I see you said you got a piece out. She's looking for the unmute.
That Dion uses the level of squeezability for lemons when making decisions in his life. Financial decisions.
Okay. Level of squeezability for lemons. Yes. All right. You are now dismissed, Amy. Just had to catch you because you've been here the whole time. Got to get something. All right. You take care. Lisa.
Hi, everyone.
Sorry to interrupt. Wanted to catch Amy. What are we at?
How do I leave?
The market's booming. Okay, for you, today's price is $40. Historic trading range is 5 to 30.
It's a pass for me.
I don't think anybody else has any of that. Any of that stuff.
I happen to have some okay for you if 50 shares for $10 a share. So I'd be
Ooh.
happy to sell for 40.
Well, holy
Now, with
cannoli.
this thing here, can I just sell straight to the market, or do I still have to find a buyer?
Yep, you nailed it. That is the market. That is the buyer right there. That card. They are buying.
I think I'll sell it all.
Cool. Biscotti, we need a roll from you. Jason? What is going on with the lemons and the gifts? Is that Nicki Minaj? He's a gift giver, and yes, she is queen. Biscotti, roll a 4. All right. Stuart, I'll check your math later. Although I can't be trusted anymore with math. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a doodad space for Biscotti's final land.
Why did you do it, Biscotti? Oh, you got a new car stereo. $700.
2,050 at 40. Yeah, math is good. Good job, Stuart. Biscotti, you're subtracting out 700. Lamont, I roll for you.
Sir, roll it. 6.
Oh, roll a 6? Okay, hang on. Oh, nope, got a 2 again. Oh, nope, got a 5. Nope, got a 5. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, you rolled a 6. Just for you. Now, was that what you actually wanted or not? We'll find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you passed a payday and you landed on a deal space.
I thought
Let's
I
go for a small deal to end the night.
Who has to roll what?
I thought you had a double roll on a 6.
Nah.
What do you make me do?
Nah. It's a
You had
stock.
the,
Grow for Us fund. The market is in flux and there will be monumental market swings over the next few months. How will mutual funds fare in this time of change?
Market card. What?
yeah, that should be a deal. Thank you for catching that.
Oops. What?
Yeah, he's... I don't know. We're all going a
You guys
little
getting
loopy
tired.
here. All right, deal. Was it big or little? I believe he said little.
It's little.
Little.
Oh, it's a condo. 2-bedroom, 1 bath. Bank foreclosure. 2-1 condo in desirable neighborhood close to jobs and stores. The cost is $40,000. Down payment is $5,000 and the cash is $220.
Stuart. What's going on, man? Know you were looking for a deal. I got one for you.
You know, I've been tracking the return percentages on these down payments. And none of them has been as good as that first one we went on. But this one is 4.4 at least. So I'd be happy to split it with you.
What do you want to split exactly? Cash flow, equity? I'll tell you what.
I was thinking we'd roll it into our other business.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing well already with other businesses. Why don't we do this, Stuart? You put up the down payment money, and I'll give you 65% equity into the property. I'll keep the cash flow.
Now I'm looking for cash flow if I'm getting in on a deal.
So cash flow is more important to you than equity?
At this point, and part of that's just because in the game scheme, I'm not how often sell opportunities come around.
Yeah, what if you never sell it? What if you just are like, man, I'm not going to give this up?
It's part of the strategy is to sell it. In 5 years, do it, we'll sell it. There's no keeping here. So what you were saying you were talking half of the cash flow, Stu? To give you a nickname too, by the way, Stu.
Yeah, I was looking to just basically redo our last deal where we split down payment and get half cash flow.
So you said our last deal. What you thinking again?
Split down payment, split cash flow.
Split
But if you
down
want
payment,
to
cash
do
flow.
something
I see what you're saying.
else, I can do the down payment, 65% on equity, and then we can talk about 50% cash flow. And then you're out nothing.
So you put 50 down, put the 5 down, keeping 50% of the cash flow, and then we splitting the cash flow basically. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I was saying that I'll get 65% of the equity when we sell.
65% of the equity and 50% of the cash flow month.
Yeah, so you're not putting anything down on this deal because I would pay the down payment, and then I'd get 65% of the equity when we sell, but I get 50% of the cash flow as we go forward.
Yeah, but I found this deal for you. I brought this deal to the table. Marketing campaign and so forth made the deal available.
Mm-hmm.
So you give up half of the cash flow and 50% of the equity. Tell you what.
But you're not bringing 5K
Just split it.
though. So that's
split it down the middle with you.
Oh, you want to go in on the down payment too?
I'll split down the. I'll just give you 50% of equity. Tell you what, I got a better idea for you.
I'm listening.
You give me $7,000 and the whole deal is yours. You give me $2,000 on top of your down payment. The whole deal is yours.
It's a nail biter, y'all. So I heard 3. It's 50-50, 2K finder fee, or 50 cash flow, 65 equity. The current deal is 2K finder fee.
How about 1K finder fee?
1K finder fee, counter proposal. Lamont to respond.
So, meet you in the middle, Stuart, and we'll do it at 1,500.
The middle of 0 and 2,000, or the middle of 2,000 and 1,000?
Well, we're off 1,000, so I'll come up 5. The gap where we were is 1,000, so I'll meet him.
1.5K finder fee, counter to the counter to the counter.
Are we building a kitchen?
There are a lot of counters involved. I haven't heard of any
Cabinets and everything.
yet.
So the 1.5K finder fee is just straight payment to you, and then essentially I'm paying the 5K down payment and taking all getting the whole condo, correct?
Correct. All yours.
Sounds good.
Sounds like we have a meeting of the minds.
Deal. Thanks for doing minutes with me there, Stuart.
In that case, Stuart has 2 subtracts. He's putting 1,500 on the first one. Lamont, you can add 1,500 to your cash ledger from Stuart. And we'll leave those notes up for a little bit. And then that was Lamont's final roll, which brings us to Stuart's final roll, which we won't put up the new card until he has his numbers in. But Stuart is moving 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces to a payday. With the double roll on the MLM, it's a 4, so that's a win. I like how many, like, he's got 4 subtracts, he's got 2 adds, he's like three steps ahead of everybody right now. And then Lamont, he's got the 1,500 finder's fee from Stuart. There you go. Ah, what a happy ending for the end of the eve. $35, $40, and $5. The math all checks there. Just need the cash flow up at the top. Oh, you're cheating yourself out of cash flow, Stuart. Before you add your payday, you're going to want to add that cash flow for that deal that you did. There you go. Now your payday's a little bit nicer.
Hey everybody, this was fun, but I have to run.
Yeah, totally. This was the last move. What's one thing you learned tonight, Dion?
It's always cool to get creative with deals
Yeah.
and noticing that, you know, it doesn't hurt to ask.
That's a great lesson.
Thanks, Dion.
Thanks for coming.
No, this was cool. I appreciate this. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Have a good night.
And we'll just run through everybody. Amara, what's one thing you learned tonight? This is the most valuable time we have here.
Yeah, so just like real life, there's no problem in asking experts and people around me like what they would do because I don't know, right? And you know, be really just asking for help. So not being stopped by the not knowing. I can always ask for help anytime, and you know, I can request numbers be broken down and whatever it is. And I could take, not in this game, but I could take my time in real life and have everything on paper and be able to see it. But the point is that you don't have to know, you can just ask.
And even in this game, you can totally take your time. We took some time. It cost you an extra stock, but we can do it. Absolutely. That's great. Biscotti, I'll let you write it out. And then, let's see. Lamont, what's one thing you learned tonight?
Yeah, this is fun, man. I like cash flow. This is unique to be able to play outside of the rules a little bit with what I'm used to playing and really make real deals with each other and really get creative in the space. I learned about myself and that I'm trying to really put it in language, but I'm quick to the spin, right? I'm really quick to see something that I like and I just go after it, right? And I noticed a lot of times, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I was noticing that my cash flow is low because I'm ready to just go after stuff, right? And it's like, it's not a right or wrong thing, but it's kind of reflective for me. It's like, oh yeah, I'll go acquire things. I'll have stuff, right? But sometimes it comes at the expense of like cash flow that's available too. So it was kind of something to kind of observe for myself as well.
No, it's a great reflection. Yeah, totally. Thank you, Lamont. Stuart, what's one thing you learned tonight?
Just maybe a little bit more on evaluating cash flow opportunities versus saving for bigger deals.
What specifically?
Well, I started to track sort of what the return was on a lot of these small deals versus big deals, and just starting to see what a good margin actually was on down payments and mortgages versus just holding on the cash and not making any money.
Yeah, the opportunity cost is real if you just sit still and don't do anything.
I will say I ran that car loan payment through a couple calculators, and I have to have like 0% interest on that 19K.
What are you referring to? Sorry?
Under expenses and loans, so you got 19K on car loans, and you're only doing a $300 payment per month.
Uh-huh.
And that's quite the deal, I just like to say.
Oh, yeah. Sure, yeah. These numbers may not exactly line up with current interest rates. But, I mean, there were periods of time where you could get 0% financing for 48 months, and then the interest would kick on after that if you bought brand new. You know?
True.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's great. I mean, the idea of seeing what a good margin is to see, you know, should I make a move or should I not? Like, that's awesome, man. Jason, or actually, is there anything else you want to add, Stuart?
That's all I had. Thank you.
Thank you. Jason, what's one thing you learned, you sneaky boy coming in?
I learned that you could take notes. I think Stuart is a genius by writing down like some small deals, like the history of it all. I'm like, why haven't I done that? I was just like trying to use my memory for whatever goddamn reason. When I was playing back a couple of months ago. And then I learned that you can write your own cards too. So that's pretty cool. You can submit your own cards, and I made a card. I hope it gets accepted. I think you'll love it.
I'm stoked. To see the card
more.
soon. And for those who don't know what he's talking about, I'll throw it in just the main chat. There's a Google form that says create cash flow cards that's in there. And if you submit a card, we'll be picking a winner. And whoever has the best card in each category will get a $25 Amazon gift card at a future Wealth Battle Eve. Once we hit like a critical mass, we can kind of sort through. So that's great. And Jason, you know what? You don't even have to write it down. You can just hit copy and paste.
What do you mean?
To get the cards.
My God. What?
There's literally a notes section on every single game of Cash Flow we've ever had. You could just go in and hit copy, notes, paste. Like it would be that easy.
And you won't delete it with like you.
I won't delete it. Lisa might, but I won't.
I'm gonna save it offline.
You could, you could put it in a notepad. We would have no way of stopping you.
No way, absolutely.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You could look up all of the details.
Every single one of them.
Is it a lemon farm investment?
If there is a lemon farm investment, then I think that would be a great cash flow. Especially for people who want lemons.
We're looking for the squeezability.
They're looking for the squeezability. Yeah, Dion. I really liked his. He was like, "There's not enough squeeze in that lemon." I was like, "Dude, that was awesome."
That's a good quote. That's funny.
Lisa, what'd you pick up tonight?
Well, I have some comments, if I may. I'm not asking. I'm going to.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jason, what I'm thinking for the taking notes thing, while I get the concept, I'm in a way glad that you haven't, because then we tend to play to the game instead of playing to concepts. So what I would caution you against is seeing what cards are better than other cards in your estimation and looking for those, because sometimes we're trying to win the game as opposed to really trying to get what life is like.
That's a very fair point. And like that's what I like initially thought. I was like, oh, like it's well the thing is though, it's all the numbers are very uninflated, so it's kind of hard. That's kind of my primary thing is like I'm trying to like put these numbers in today's terms, and it's like, wait a minute, I'm not sure if y'all updated it, but I just remember a couple of months ago. Yeah, then it's like really confusing when it's just like, wait, how much does it cost? Like, is 60,000 a good deal? It would be a great deal today, but you know, so
Well, we can have
sometimes
a whole new expansion pack. Get on it.
yeah, call it the post-pandemic inflation.
So
Well,
if you set a
the
standard for yourself,
I
like
have
you can
such
do
a
the
good-
calculations per card. Just don't compare card to card because then you know what is available and then it's easy to try to play to the cards.
True. I see your point though. Generally, you don't want to necessarily like you don't want to it's not all about winning. It's about learning and making deals and all that jazz. Right?
Yes, because I always win. Okay, next. So when we're looking at down payments or like in the last deal, a cost to purchase above the down payment, one of the things you can look at is, all right, if it costs me $1,500 and the cash flow is $220, how many paydays does it take me to get the cost of purchase back? And so that's some way to look at, is this deal for me or not? Or how much above the down payment would I pay to get this deal? And then Amra, the idea of asking others, I think, is great, and why having like a fundamental understanding of finance is important because everyone's going to have a different opinion for the same deal. And so if they can give you their reasoning, then you can go into your own life because you know your circumstances and with some fundamentals be able to make a more empowered choice than relying on someone else's. Because we're all in different financial positions. We all have different goals, but we all have different thresholds that make us comfortable or uncomfortable. And that plays in too. And then the one thing the one thing I learned was that once we break the seal and someone starts doing something a little outside the box, then like the creative juices start flowing and people start wanting to make deals and being creative and thinking of new things. I think that's pretty cool.
Fabulous. And we're back to juice, says Stuart in the chat. I'll read Biscotti's. He said he thinks he was a little too conservative. He didn't get a lot of chances to build up. He wants to continue off where he left off next time. And some of the things that... actually, Emma had something. Emma is helping us send this out to the YouTubes and the Facebooks of the world. And she said... I learned tonight that I'm not the only one who gets math anxiety on the spot. So that was it was very kind of you, Amra, to share and to like even you said a calculus teacher or tutor.
Yeah, I used to be a calculus tutor, so like I know my math.
Right, it's like I know math, but man, this is really scary. Yeah. So I was listening to what Lisa was saying and I just wanted to expound on a couple of things that she was saying. One, a lemon farm. We have to have lemon farm cards. I expect Jason to get right on that immediately as he wants to win all the Amazon gift cards, I should hope, for all the categories. Lemon farm cards are a must, but also the idea that, if somebody looks at that $140 cash flow for $4,000 down, I think it's a 2-1 house, most people are like, it's not worth enough. There's not enough juice in that lemon worth squeezing. But whenever the deal is approached, there was a lot of slicing and dicing of that deal with Amara and everybody. But at the end of the day, a deal was made, and a deal that both parties were happy with because both parties agreed to it, which is really fascinating. Like... to take stock of what do I have? Well, I have some mutual funds, so I could send some of those over, which actually cost less than the dollars, which is really an interesting idea. Another thing was that Lisa was saying the idea of it's important to have your own sense of financial education, because then you can put whatever people are saying as their reasoning into your own kind of schemas and come to your own conclusion, which I think is really powerful. And there was a guy, his name is Alex Hormozy. He said something on a video recently. He said, a man with an experience is not beholden to a man with a mere opinion. And the idea that we're actually gaining experience in trying to evaluate and underwrite these deals is really important for us to figure, how do we want to proceed with things in our life? They may not show up in the form of somebody reading you a card and saying this is what you're going to be doing, but it can be something more akin to, hey, I have a great need. I really wish someone would help me solve this great need. And we go, oh, well, we can help you with that great need. And then the last thing that I'll say is that whenever Lisa brought up the idea that if one person breaks out of the box and they start doing something creative, that everybody else kind of jumps on the bandwagon because now it's socially permissible. The first person looks kind of crazy. They're like doing a dance. And then by the time you have 20 people doing it, it's just a party. There's a principle in improv acting, if you're ever so bold as to go and do improv, and that is the rule of yes and. Whenever somebody throws out a prompt, the answer is yes, and you have to add something to it. You can't go, oh, you have one leg. No, I don't. I have two. That breaks the scene. You have one leg. Yes, but now I have created an extra foot made out of an octopus tentacle, and then you can take it in a different direction from there. And it's really cool to see how, especially whenever Lamont and Stewart were really getting at it with their deal. I mean, there were like 7 or 8 counters back to back. I felt like I was in an episode of Shark Tank, whipping back and forth, going, who is going to win this deal? So no, it was great. So yeah, that's the end of it here. Oh, Jason linked the video from Hormozy where he says that under It Finally Happened. Cool. Over to Lisa for closing thoughts.
I would love it if you guys wanted to make and contribute cards. And if you make some interesting cards that are outside the realm of what we already have. For instance, if you make
on average
cryptocurrency cards, it would be great if you made little deal, big deal, and market cards. So there was a whole world of things, so people don't get stuck with something and no way to sell it, right? Like we actually create the world of the market. That's all for tonight. And then next week, same time, different channel, wealthbattle.com/Zoom. You can see it on our events page. We are hosting a how to get a job creator workshop, and it'll be super fun. So if you're interested in either learning or contributing to others, we welcome you.
Do.
And for anyone who wants to budget, Kason will love to budget with you.
I will absolutely love to budget with you. wealthbattle.com/budget if you want to do it yourself, or you can subscribe at wealthbattle.com/subscribe, free for 30 days. Build a budget, discover where you are now and where you're going in your financial life. I have one fun announcement, Lisa.
Yes, Kason.
Here's that video that Jason was just linking, the Hormozy one. And there's your boy on the stream, just hanging. It was just kind of weird to see me pop up on that. But yeah, it was cool. In my I Am Knuff hoodie. Because I am Knuff. If you've seen the Barbie movie, you know. If you know, you know. All right. What a happy day. Goodbye, everybody.
Good night. Thanks for coming.
Thank you
It
both.
was fun, guys. Thank you all.
It was
Have
fun.
a great night, everybody.
Bye.
It's been no time I met before.
Yeah, peace out, y'all.